Here's a famous short story from Philadelphia that ties its rich history with a touch of fictional charm. The Midnight Bell of Liberty. In the heart of Philadelphia, long after the city's bustling streets fell quiet, a young boy named Samuel roamed near Independence Hall. It was 1828, and Samuel, the son of a struggling clockmaker, often found solace in the history-rich air of the old city. He loved the stories his father told him about the Liberty Bell, a bell that had proclaimed freedom to a nation. One cold December night, Samuel noticed something peculiar. Through the dim moonlight, he saw shadows flickering near the Liberty Bell, as if it were surrounded by ghosts of the past. Intrigued, he crept closer. As he approached, the faint sound of a bell chimed. But how could it? The bell was famously cracked, unable to ring. Yet the sound grew louder, resonating through the empty streets. Samuel's curiosity turned into awe as a ghostly figure materialized beside the bell, a tall man in colonial attire with a determined expression. "You hear it, don't you, young one?" the figure said, his voice echoing. Samuel nodded, too stunned to speak. "This is the sound of freedom," the man continued. "It does not come from the bell itself, but from the spirits of those who fought for liberty. Tonight, the bell rings for you." For me, Samuel finally managed to whisper, "Yes, every generation has its own battles to fight. The crack in the Liberty Bell reminds us that freedom is fragile and must be protected. What will you do to carry its legacy forward?" Before Samuel could answer, the figure faded, leaving only the reverberations of the bell. The boy stood in silence, the weight of the moment pressing on his young shoulders. From that night on, Samuel dedicated his life to his father's craft and to the ideals of justice and liberty. He grew into a man who used his voice to advocate for the abolition of slavery, inspired by the Midnight Bell of Philadelphia. To this day, some say if you listen closely near Independence Hall on a quiet night, you can hear the faint tolling of the Liberty Bell, a reminder that the fight for freedom is never truly silent. This fictional story reflects the spirit of Philadelphia and its historical connection to liberty and justice.